Now,
NTU versus SIM, both teams have played 3 games, and all 3 games are what's wrong?
one band missing from SIM.
Oh. I'm not too sure. We have no information as to if whether it's going to be a remake just yet, but it may very well seem like this is going to be a go-ahead. But either way, NTU versus SIM, both of them will be fighting each other. In some sense, they will be playing for the they are playing for the seeding, because both of them. As for law.
Yeah, I recognize that. I recognize that.
Oh.
I think I recognize him in other tournaments as well.
Yes, yes. Esfaloth is one of the players from Asterisk, where one of the winning players of Asterisk.
The Claude. Is it the Claude?
I can't remember.
I can't remember.
I can't
It's
remember.
a long time ago.
Yeah.
But anyways, history aside, these two teams, yes, they are kind of like, in a sense, qualifying for this, but they are playing to be seeded in the in phase 3. But you know what? We're still waiting a little bit of a confirmation whether we are gonna, remake this game. But we're just gonna play it off first. It could be an in-game bug or all those kind of stuff. We're not really sure as of now, but you know what? We'll just let it go for the time being. But we hope we will be able to resolve this very quickly. But you know what? Let's just say, for example, we're going ahead with this game. I think this game will be kind of interesting because, once again, NTU not picking the Atlas as a first pick. They're just going to go straight with the Atlas, or SIM will be going to pick up the Atlas away from NTU. And like I said, Atlas is the playmaker. This could be potentially big. We saw how win rates are, increased just because of Atlas as well.
So now we are going to be looking at the second phase bans, whereby, let's see, we've got a good amount of hyper carries that is still available. So I would be expecting that some of these marksmen as well as the assassins will ban out. Lancelot, Hellcut, as well as Hayabusa may see themselves in that pool, and there could be a possibility where we will start to see Carry and even Yi Sun Shin being thrown into the banning pool.
If I were NTU right now, I have to ban away those heroes that could jump right in because I need to protect Farsa, who is the main target, who's to be the one who is able to create this no man's land.
Fighters that can go in, and that is be Jawhead.
Jawhead, Cho, maybe Kaja. We don't really see a Kaja anymore.
Nah, Kaja is kind of like thrown away.
Because of that nerf, right? That last patch is just painful to watch. As NTU will be banning pretty soon, I hope. Okay, gonna be banning away the
Hayabusa.
Technically, yep, it serves the same purpose. You don't want to have anyone diving right on into your Farsa. You want to make sure that the Farsa stays as alive as possible. As alive as possible. In order to dish out a lot of damage and zoning out the enemy team. And don't forget, on the side of SIM, they have a lot of dive. They have a lot of dives. They have the Atlas who can dive. They have the Esmeralda who can also dive at the same time. So they need to find a good angle to find that Farsa. Cho, very interesting.
Please take the Jawhead away. Please, NTU, please take the Jawhead away. Please do not give them the Jaw. Okay, to be fair, right? SIM, they don't really need a Jawhead anymore.
They've got too many fighters. In my opinion, one offlaner is way too many offlaners.
Okay, let me tell you this. What if you were to see Jawhead as well as Cho in their respective side lanes, and then you see a hyper carry Esmeralda? Because that can be possible.
That can be possible, but don't forget, Esmeralda in the early game, she's gonna get outpoked. So I don't believe you want to put an Esmeralda in the mid lane. Because in the mid lane is where you will see Farsa, you will see the Bruno perhaps, and you might see the Popo and Kuba. These three are, ranged pokes. So you don't want to put your Esmeralda in the mid lane. You want to put it at the side lanes as well, where they'll be fighting against perhaps a Hilda who can match perhaps in the sustain. But then again, Hilda, we've been seeing Hilda a lot in this tournament, and it's just interesting, to be honest. And, well, we don't see a YSS being picked right there. Instead, SIM will be picking up that carry. A little bit awkward in my opinion, because for a carry, you are short range. In order to get to the Farsa, it's quite a distance away. So I don't understand why they want to pick the carry. I expected something like a Kimi, something like a long range artillery, or even perhaps a Grandeur. In my opinion, it's just easier to use as a long-range artillery, all this kind of stuff, in order to fight against a, Farsa. but maybe they saw the X-Borg, they saw the Hilda, and they were like, okay, you know what? I need to take some tank busters. And ladies and gentlemen, here we go onto the battlefield with NTU on the blue side, SIM in the red side.
I can pretty much understand the pick coming in from Carry and the fact that they picked up a Cho instead of a Jawhead, because the amount of CCs coming from Cho is a lot higher than Jawhead. Jawhead is the kind of hero that goes in and completely decimate your opponent, right? You really just want to go in to get a kill, and getting a kill is a major thing. But fighting against an opponent which has a Farsa, you would want to look at getting more utilities, whereby Cho have got that. Whereby you go for a Jikundo. Yes, Jikundo gives you that that knock-up in your final kick, as well as your Way of the Dragon. So that is 2 CCs in a single hero. Jawhead doesn't really quite have a lot of CCs. Yes, you have Unstoppable Force from that one, as well as the fact that you do have Force Ejector. Yep. So in the end, you don't really have a lot of, you know, a easy get in, because Force Ejector, or not Force Ejector, the Unstoppable Force, right? Yeah. Unstoppable Force, you require a far distance and you need to aim the target. It is a point-click ability, while Jikundo is a skill shot. Close. Yeah. So immediately going in with a skill shot of that Jikundo onto the Farsa is more than enough to get her into Wings by Wings and get herself all the way far away. Or maybe even just knock up and completely gone with the Feathered Airstrike.
So, like, I agree with what you said. Rather than going for a Jawhead, going for the Cho, it allows you to move closer to Farsa, whereas just still scaring people away. Your whole main goal of a Cho right now, and this particular matchup, is to deny the Feathered Airstrike. But speaking of which, a team fight might not happen, alright, might not happen at the mid lane, because, you know, Asvalov right here doesn't have the level 4 up. The Atlas doesn't have the level 4 up as well. These are when SIM will be looking to play team fight. But however, on the bottom side, blue team, well, basically on the off lanes, you can see NTU out trading SIM. NTU is having the upper hand, so not really sure what they're gonna do. SIM looking to gank a little bit at the top lane, but Waka Waka has to run away.
Whoa, Waka Waka with a sliver of health gets himself away from the Hilda, because Hilda doesn't really have a lot of gap closer. But in the end, let us just understand a little bit more about what's going on throughout the maps, right? Hilda in the top lane is kind of winning against Cho, if I'm not wrong.
The regen. I blame it on a regen.
But okay, so here's the problem. Here's the other problem, right? We can say that the regen of Hilda helps him win against Cho. But how would you explain Esmeralda losing to X-Borg?
Wave clear. X-Borg has a wave clear. You try to fight against, but you know what? We hold that thought as Darwin's looking for the last Insanity Pop. Will be melting the Valero down, but hold on a second. At the other side, Liburnum having a little bit of trouble as KUK is trying to look for that Bruno fight. However, won't be able to pick that off. KUK going in for a re-engage, but there is no angles for SIM. NTU holding their lane pretty strong, as you know, they will be able to rotate down, maybe to catch KUKU instead, or perhaps to go ahead with the turtle.
Well, in the end, it does seem like the rest of NTU, as well as our trusty Cho, is going in.
That's a dead Farsa.
No.
That's a dead Farsa.
No.
Oh, wait. What? No!
You know why? The main issue... Okay, it is a dead Farsa. But at what cost?
2.
At what cost? Why would they do that? Number one, Cho kicked in the wrong direction. He did not take the time to relocate himself just so that the Way of the Dragon were to kick him towards the lane. In fact, he tossed him, or rather he kicked him towards the opponent's turret, whereby the opponent have a really clear access to that team fight. And ultimately, I'm just not a big fan of whatever that's happened over there.
As a fighter main Abstract himself, I can sense the disapproval from your end. But as a marksman main, what I saw there just now, well, you know, when the shenanigans are happening at the bottom lane where, you know, those Cho fighters that made the bad move, Rox right here with, Rox is the clan name. 1-2-3, 1-2-3 with the carry, secured that turtle. So it's gonna act as a damage control. Yes, I give away 2 members of my heroes to your end. I'm just gonna take this turtle.
Well, I don't know about that, but in the end, because this is a team game after all, we'll see whether team game wins or a single carry wins. I mean, it kind of worked. I mean, from many other times that we've seen it work. But anyways, does mean that the Blade of Heptasis is going to be picked up by Hilda, and this is going to be quite a menace
power
to
spike,
the
actually.
rest of the team. If I'm not wrong,
Okay. Do you approve of that troll kick right there?
Yes,
Because
yes.
I approve of that troll kick.
Yes.
Kicking Hilda right into SIM teams, but hold on a second. NTU is just going to trade that hero away for a mid lane turret. Going to open up the map for themselves as another potential team fight will be happening in the mid lane turret.
and of course the last Insanity will be popping off right onto Waka Waka, and he's going to be the first one going down from that team fight, with the rest of the Esmeralda breaking into smithereens. And even Asvalov that's playing on the Fasa is going to go down from all of that as well. We're looking at 6 minutes in with 6:3 in terms of net worth. We're gonna take a look at that one in a little while later, as Fan Choi went in straight for a straight up assassination onto that Popol and Kuba, immediately taking him away from the surface of this earth, making it into 6:4 with the total net worth of only 1,000 gold deficit.
Well, that Cho is actually looking a lot richer as compared to his other teammate. Instead, you want to put that amount of gold into your carry. Carry will be the one who's guaranteed to carry your game. However, KU will be trying to trade with Darwin. Darwin finally. You remember what you said earlier just now in the bottom lane? You're kind of surprised that the Xbox is unable to match with Esmeralda, but
No,
you know what?
Xbox was winning against Esmeralda just now, and now with the change of pace, it makes sense now, because Esmeralda is winning against Xbox in the bottom lane, provided due to the fact that Darwin does have the immortality. And speaking of immortality, that's going to be popped. He's going to find himself with the opportunity to go straight in with the last Insanity, pops off one. Esmeralda goes down as well. It does seem like the rest of the team SIM is finding themselves in the graveyard, with 1-2-3 being the last man remaining, and of course the reset of the purple buff comes in real soon. But all in all, 1-2-3 did not take the purple buff.
Yeah, and not only that, they lost their purple buff, they lost that mid lane turret and a tier 2 turret. Now it's just that inhibitor turret, which is going to be crucial. Like I said, because of the early takedown of that mid lane turret, it opens up the map from NTU a lot. Therefore, they can get that purple buff away from 1-2-3. And 1-2-3 cannot do anything against Afarsa, getting stunned right here. And it feels like KU will be looking to forfeit this bottom lane turret as well.
And Waka Waka finds himself in a perfect opportunity to try to go for the Fatal Link, but I believe the Fatal Links only landed on one person. We even had a Feathered Airstrike that will be proving as a zoning tool, or perhaps even a tool to try to wipe off Waka Waka, but it did not happen. Waka Waka got himself away with just a sliver of health, perfectly executed, and it does seem like from all of their ultimates being used, NTU did not secure a single kill, so they have resorted to going all out for that bottom second tier turret.
I would say it's a little bit awkward, you know, coming.
A little bit, yeah, awkward.
It feels
and
like SIM won and then suddenly NTU took by storm, and then it's like back to SIM again, and then it's back to NTU again. It's like a 1-2 fight where both sides loses. But you know what? It's just probably the impression of the team fight. And SIM probably did not do, like, even though they won the team fight, they don't press on to the objectives. Look at the turret of NTU; they're super healthy. But on the side of, SIM, clean lanes for the mid and the bottom lane.
And as it is for now, for SIM side, they have lost 2 turrets in the bottom lane, 2 turrets in the middle lane, as well as 1 turret in the top lane. The barrier of entry for NTU is going to be very, very high, but it does seem like SIM, they have been picking off players of NTU every now and then. So NTU, they have to be really careful with where they roam. They can't really face check bushes anymore. They can't really roam by themselves anymore. They really need the help of their entire team, or rather just tag along 2%, just go around and find a way to
Buddy
farm.
system.
Yeah, buddy system.
But hold on a second, as Lord is another fight happening in the mid lane, as the Darwin will be popping down last Insanity, trying to catch Waka Waka, but Waka Waka is moving so quickly. The fires are coming in, the blue lands as it secures the kill of Waka Waka. Waka Waka goes down, no more Fatal Links for the side of SIM. What is SIM will be able to do? No, they are on full retreat, but oh, that Bruno barely melted falls down from the first kill of 123, 123. Farsight will be using the feather airstrike, will be trying to catch out the one carry, but not meeting its mark. And look at that, easy, just try to hunt down 123, 123, as 123 will be able to successfully back up. Look at Darwin going in with a last insanity. Simply insane. Past 2 times when we see Darwin using that 1-2 last insanity is just used at its best.
And into the point of time, Waka Waka goes straight in with the fatal links, but unfortunately it is going to be on Darwin. He does have immortality and he will be able to get himself away from all of that after resurrecting. Throughout all of that team fight, Team NTU has managed to clinch themselves, and as well as the destruction of the inhibitor turret in the middle lane. Kuku finds himself in the bad spot. He's going to be instantaneously incinerated and out of this round. We do have the Feathered Airstrike going to be activated, trying to wave clear just a little bit, helping up the top lane. But SIM, with 4 men still alive, they should be able to defend this just A-okay, and NTU is forced to fall back for now.
To be honest with you, that you say SIM defending this A-okay, I don't think it's an A-okay. Look at that mid lane turret, mid lane is open. That's the shortest lane for the minions to march right in. NTU now has total map dominance. They can walk over SIM as they please. They have the map dominance, and I would like to point out this one point. Look at that. Okay, fine. Maybe Pupo and Koopa will be focusing on the wolf instead. That's not the main person you want.
Tanky.
Oh yeah, that's a very tanky and beefy wolf. But you know what? I need to give credit where credit is due. Look at Darwin. Whenever he pops that last insanity, it's just insane. He's like super low. He already popped.
He hasn't died yet.
He hasn't died as of now. You've seen him going in last insanity with risky. Very risky. This is like barely bare minimum of health, but everyone seems to be running away from him. I was like, hey, he's just very low health. Just finish him off. But no. SIM is on full retreat, and speaking about full retreat here, there's not much turrets to retreat back from, as SIM has only a single bastion of the bottom lane remaining.
And the top lane inhibitor turret as well as middle lane inhibitor turret is now down. NTU have got their eyes on set onto the bottom lane. We do have a big amount of damage coming on here. Waka Waka currently lower than 50% HP. All of them have got their eyes on him.
No.
They are going to be instantaneously melting him down.
No.
Next person in line, Cuckoo going down. Valia is going to be the only man remaining trying to defend the core. Is it enough? That is an absolute no, as the Feathered Airstrike rains down that artillery strike onto him and his deadly body, and that is going to be the final nail in the coffin for NTU. Congratulations to NTU as they managed to win against SIM to maintain their flawless win.
That, I'm not sure whether it's appropriate for me to say this on mic, but that takes bravery for the Xbox to go right back in for the re-engage, popping off his immortality at that very silver of health, yet he still goes in. Insane play coming out from our Xbox player right here, and I believe it's just leads to decimation, because I don't believe anyone expects the Xbox to re-engage. It takes, I want to say those 3 words out loud, but I'm not really sure whether it's appropriate. I'm just gonna call bravery. Just bravery coming out from our Xbox player, making sure, like, I don't know why everyone's just running away from the Xbox. It's just last insanity, respecting a little bit too much of the last insanity pop. Yes, it's a AoE skill. It does quite a bit of damage, but I feel like true damage. But maybe a little bit too much respect, but maybe respecting. But hey, that is just pure insanity.
Yep. From what I see from the chat, it does seem like that is a SG #1 Xbox. So if that's the case, then we are not too surprised about that, because we're really looking at the fact that he's been zoning the opponents out pretty well. They understand how they would want to enter into a team fight, how they will want to zone the enemies, who are they really fighting against. They're just really just picking out the enemies one after another. They are not looking at their back lines. They're just melting down the front lines. They got the Atlas, and then they got the Esmeralda. They have no front lines anymore. What do they do?
It just feels like, you're having a dinner at sushi bar. The sushi comes in, and Atlas comes in, you pick up the plate, you eat it. And then the next one, Esmeralda comes back, and you pick it up and you eat it. That's how it plays. It's not like where the 5 conveyor belts converge on together. So bad team communication perhaps coming out from the side of SIM. You can see that last team fight. They're just going in one by one. and it's just ineffective at all.
That is something that we don't really expect coming in, because we were kind of expecting, NTU and SIM to kind of be like a really close fight, because both of them has been winning flawlessly throughout, and perhaps they will be able to give us a good fight. Indeed, they did. but we were expecting something a little bit closer.
Yes, not that game was what 10-8?
I can't remember.
Around 10 to 8
Around
minutes.
that, yeah.
Yeah, around 10 to 8 minutes. I expect this game will be dragging along to, 15 minutes fight. But Atlas, he failed two failings, I would say. Don't forget, on the side of NTU, they did not pack a single Purify. Check back at the bots, guys. They did not pack a single Purify. Yet, there's no big Fatal Link. We didn't see big Fatal Links. The Farsa is still alive. And it's just a little bit awkward for Waka Waka. And then after that, just, there's no good Fatal Links, there's no good follow-up.
I believe that most of the Fatal Links landed on two key players.
One or
or
two.
rather, two key
Frontliners.
characters.
Yeah.
One, Xbox. Two, Cooper.
Yeah. Oh, Fatal Links on top of your wolf? What? Yeah,
So
that's right.
far, these two are the one that I constantly see being roped in from the Fatal Links. And not Popol, not anyone else. And
Yeah,
yes, they managed to get a kill onto the Xbox, but he resurrects from immortality.
He never technically died. He just resurrects, coming back from the dead, and then last insanity pop you, and then you're like, wait, I thought you're down. You should be retreating, but no, he come back, rushing back to me, literally putting the insane into the last insanity, literally. And then also, I realized that as I am kind of zoned in onto the Koopa, like, dude, you should be attacking the human, not the wolf. Like, you do notice that they're focusing down on the
Yes,
wolf instead. And
correct.
you actually commented that, oh, that wolf is tanky. I'm like, yeah, he's tanky. Like, why are they attacking that wolf, not the others, not the human that's actually trying to run away?
My
So,
God, poor Cooper.
Yeah,
That's
man.
all I'm gonna say. Poor Cooper.
Wolf's life matter.
Wolf's life matter, indeed. Well, so that is the end of game number 5 and all that we have for today.
I'm not really sure as of now, but you know what? I believe we bought enough time for the records to be up. Let's toss it up right now. So I believe with that said, NTU and SIM will be moving on into our phase 3. Yeah, that's right.
Exactly, correct.
Yep.
So phase 3, which is gonna be the grand finals. NTU, SIM, definitely in. As for Group B, we are not too sure about that just about yet, though. How is that gonna be working out?
It's a little bit awkward in my opinion because like you have these three, I would say 3 fan favorites. You have the Republic Polytechnic, you have the Temasek Poly, you have ITE College Central. These 3 are very strong names in Group B. Like I actually told Escape Artists a long time ago, Group B is where your eyes should be focusing on. And that is why we can't really see a clear winner as of now. So we just have to hold on to the updates. So do stay tuned on our social media and just follow up on any updates that we push up onto our Instagram. Don't forget to give us a follow as well. And you can also check out our Twitch channel for the past VODs at the same time.
Exactly. And well, for now, we're gonna go into a short break. Although you wouldn't be seeing us anymore, if I am not wrong, we'll be passing it back to the host after a short break for an interview. But for now, we'll see you next week. My name's Abstract. You can take a look at my socials over there. Anything that's just such abstract, you can search me up on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever it is.
Yeah, you have the social media. I only got Twitch at the same time. I don't really stream as often, but you know what? Maybe after today, I'll be start streaming a lot more longer. But you know what? Abstract, this has been very fun casting with you. Sitting on this couch a little bit too big for me. At least I've got someone to join me today, and as well as next week. But you know what, guys? Next week is gonna be big.
Next week is gonna be big. It is gonna be the grand finals.
That's
indeed.
right.
But not to forget, for those people that is tuning in to more about Campus Legends is not all about Mobile Legends. It is also going to we're also going to be having League of Legends. Anything that's got legends in it, we're throwing that in. So League of Legends is going to be up tomorrow, and I believe that I think we have Spoods and Escape Artists to cover those games for you.
That's right. So you know what? This has been fun. We'll hope to see you next week.
Take care.